checking in. What is everybody doing today? What is going on? So I wanted to come on live, like I said before, and just check in with everybody because I know it's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I feel like people are feeling pressure, And maybe it's not a lot of stuff going on in the world. Maybe it's just the internet that make people feel that way because sometimes you could get online and you could see people acting frantic about something, like transferring their energy to you about what they feel is going on in the world or how things look to them. I know, like the other day, I called a friend because I was looking online and somebody said it was flooding somewhere. Actually, I called two friends, and so I was asking them, like, is it flooding where you at? And it was like, no. So I was like, where is this stuff happening at? Like maybe it's smaller towns, and not to say that it's not happening somewhere, because it is happening somewhere in the world. But a lot of times we will drive this like negative energy in. Like people are frantic, they're upset, they getting depressed, and we will drive that energy into us. So I wanted to encourage y'all not to do that. Not to do that. As hard as you can. And I know like life gets frustrating and things are scary right now. People keep talking about, like the president, and they keep talking about all the stuff that's going on in the world. But just be encouraged. Sometimes you have to be attentive to what's going on in the world, but not focus on it. And control it. So if you can't control something that's happening, then that means what, like, how are you going to take the focus off of what you have going on and put the focus on something that you can't control? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. But I find that that's what we do a lot of. We will focus on something that we have no control over, but mainly it's an excuse. It's mainly an excuse, and it's an excuse to not be able to. It's an excuse to not be able to do what we need to do, more or less to say. So if you are focused on something that you should not be focused on, stop today. Stop today and try to just focus on you. Focus on what you have going on. Focus on the steps that you're trying to make yourself better. Like this world always been crazy. People would try to say like it's this, it's that, it's the president, it's da 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 da. The world always been crazy. It has always been crazy. As you get older and you're not a child anymore, you perceive things more better and you understand things better. But the world has 100% always been in a tipsy, tursy, crazy span. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing you could do about it. So just be encouraged today to focus on you. Focus on what's important to you. Focus on bettering you. Focus on encouraging you. Focus. Focus on those things. Because even if the world goes crazy, there is a way to still make it. To still like be productive. To still have something. To still, like there is still ways that you can navigate or move through the world. And a lot of times I think that we forget that we can still do that. I think that we get so focused on what everybody else is doing, or we make an excuse to focus on what everybody else is doing so that we don't have to push ourselves to a higher level or to a deeper level. And you got to focus on that. You got to focus on where you want to be in the next 5 years. Perhaps nothing happens in the world and everything goes smoothly. So now you made no plans. Now you back in the cycle again, which is crazy, but sometimes we get into these cycles and we don't know how to get out. And then we make all of these excuses of what everybody else is doing and what's happening with everybody else, and we don't get out of the cycles. So today, try to focus on you. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need. Focus on, and I know like people will be like, oh, that's selfish. You got to care about what's going on in the world. I'm not saying don't care. I'm saying that you can't control it. So if you can't control it, what are you going to do about it? There's absolutely nothing you could do about it because you cannot control it. You can't control it. No matter how you want to control it, you can support, of course. You can support by bringing stuff, by giving stuff. You can support by sending prayers, sending love. You can support by doing all those different things. But at the same time, you cannot control it. So let the world do what it's going to do. And then you do what you're going to do. And continue to focus. I just wanted to come on here for a few minutes just to, let's just clear the air for a second. Sometimes you got to take a deep breath. You know, you got to breathe in, breathe out. And today is the day that you breathe in and breathe out. I love y'all.